What's up? What's good? What's popping? What's cracking? What's percolating? What's really good in the hood? It is your man Theo Butler. And let me act like a little child for a second. See? Christopher, I done told Mr. Smith on you. I sure have. I done told Mr. Smith. You finna get it now. CB Sobolski. Yeah, Mr. Smith looking for y'all. Or watch this. My elder looking for y'all. Before it began, like, share, subscribe. Yeah, what a week it was Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. It is. Go ahead. It's your first time here. Go ahead and hit that like button before you forget. We're here for a good time tonight, not to be confused with a long time. We already covered that. Yeah. But those of y'all that don't know, yes, the World to Come came out today. And Lord, let me just, they finally got Ryan Gosling, didn't they? Yeah. The reason why we doing this show tonight at 8:30 by 6:30, because I felt like we needed a little break in between then and everything like that. But we here now, though. We here now. We here now, though. And we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Today is Wednesday. We're not gonna act like that. And more than one comic book came out today. Yes, it's more than one comic book came out today. So we're not gonna act like that. Storm issue 8 came out today. Yeah. Imperial, new comic book, came out today. And Al Ewing, Absolute Green Lantern, issue 3, came out today, along with the other. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this show to, I'm going to give a brief synopsis and everything like that, tell you why you might be interested in said comics if you didn't already get them. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Also, we will take this live to get some stuff. And when I say we, I ain't talking about me. I'm talking about y'all. Comment section. You feel free to let it be known how you feel. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, it's a safe space. As a matter of fact, throughout this live, if you just want to say what you got to say because you feel like you need to say it in regards to a particular story, go ahead. And when I say a particular story, I'm talking about a specific story. If you feel like throughout the course of this live, you just need to get it up off your chest in regards to how you feel about the comic, the World to Come, go ahead. I was asked if the Rock With Me Nation did backflips, got mad, and everything like that. No, I got this at now. Yeah, I ain't never got to be. Watch this. I can even be petty and have T'Challa go back and get his wings back from Sam. No, I'm not in my feelings. I'm not in my feelings because I'm able to do what I want to do with my money. That ain't my money. They didn't take not one dime from me to print that comic book, pay the writer, pay the artist, pay Diamond Select. It's going out of business. Now I know why Diamond Select going out of business. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do. And my elder, Mr. Ray Smith, the senior elder on the Council of Wakanda, said he ain't effing with it. He ain't say the F, that's me. But he said, no, you're not dealing with it. And the elder, right? I answer him, right? Okay. So we got groovy tonight. Ready to light away. I'm sorry, Groovy. I'm sorry. We got Groovy Fee in the building. We got the lovely Grand Madam Tarot in the building. We got the Camellia King, the president of the Black Panther fan group, is in the building. Big Javon Bliss is in the building. Ronnie J, Professor Film Fan, has joined us this evening. Yeah, we here. I think we got a great show. you know, like I said, feel free. You want to get it up off your chest, safe space. You absolutely can. Let's go ahead and go over tonight's topics, though. While we got this time, like I said, we in here for a good time, not to be confused with a long time. Feel free to ask me questions. You can. You can. You can ask me how I feel. You can ask me, Theo, whatever you want to ask. Be respectful. Be respectful. You can ask it. You can ask it. That said, let me open up the show with this. Grace says this thing. You get the representation you settle for. That's what Grace says. I'm not going to say Gray originated that, but Gray popularized it, so that's what we say. And you never think on your level, how imagery, representation, love, loyalty, Black people, how it applies to you. You don't. I'm not going to say you don't. Quite a few of us don't, though. Quite a few of us don't. You never think about how stuff is put out and how people perceive you based on what's put out. Yeah, you can say it don't apply to you until it does. When it does apply to you, then it hit home a little bit different. Now, I say that because when y'all saw the video that I put out in regards to John Walker, he's no hero. I put that video out because I saw quite a few people trying to exonerate John Walker, make John Walker this hero, which is ironic when you consider what they're doing to T'Challa. Quite a few social media influencers took to the internet to let it be known that John Walker really, really is him. No, he's hot trash. He's crap. The MCU version, because I prefer the comic book version. The comic book version has some irredeemable qualities. The live action version, this is what they think about us. This ain't me. This ain't us. So I'm going to use his name. I'm going to use his name because he put the video out. He responded to the comment and ain't said nothing since. So this comes to us by Cinematic Rants. Now, Cinematic Rants will be one of those YouTube channels everybody and their mama go flock to. Everybody and their mama. And you probably going to flock. I know damn good way. It ain't just right. It's everybody and their mama going over to flock over to Cinematic Rants. Huge following. No differently than everybody else. Quite. And he ain't the only one capping for John Walker. Based off of John Walker and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and based on John Walker in the Thunderbolts. And you got quite a few people in his comment section saying, oh, John Walker deserves to be on the Avengers. Forget the Thunderbolts. No, John Walker deserves to be locked up in Fort Leavenworth. Conduct unbecoming. Article 133. More than one infraction. This is what Cinematic Rant said. John Walker misunderstood and underappreciated. Well, my wife affords me one time during the day to get into a debate. Just one. I don't get to do, no, you get one debate to do. One. A day. One. That means you could be on social media for, I don't care how many hours. You only get to go back and forth one time with one person. My wife ain't playing the radio. I love you, Alicia. John Walker misunderstood and unappreciated. Cinematic Rants. Cinematic Rants. Yes, you go look at the comments, the video. I says, so in essence, you wouldn't have shared the serum with your best friend, and you also would have walked into his family's home and lied to their faces about your supposed revenge? Well then, Cinematic Rants. We can either call it cognitive dissonance or revisionist history. Pick one. Pick one. His response. Sorry, I might have missed something. What did he lie about? Can y'all put down in the comment section, those that watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier, what did John lie to Lamar's family about? I'm looking for something here because I know I got the YouTube channel, but I ain't the only one was watching stuff. Right. Safe to say, quite a few of us was watching it right here. I see we got 8 people here. Let's make sure we got them, hit the likes and everything like that. But if you watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier, tell me who John, if you can remember, if you capping for John, I would like to think you can remember every damn thing John did. What, if there was a lie, what was the lie that John told and who did he tell it to? I'm gonna go in the comment section. I think of that song as well. Professor Film Fan. What's going on? Salute everyone. Y'all, I'm waiting. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Put it in the comment section. If you remember watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier, who did John Walker lie to and what was the lie? Because cinematic rants, that's your job. It's your job. Cinematic rants. You're saying you like the rant about the cinema. It's right there in the title. It's right there in the title. It's right there in the title. So if that's what that is, you should be able to tell the world what occurred in that series. I did give him a response. I said, so cool. So we are in agreement about him not sharing the super soldier serum. Because he didn't acknowledge that. Did y'all watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier? You know, me and Kamoyo kick the Bobo a lot. We do. I'm going to ask Kamoyo. Kamoyo. Kamoyo, you ain't feeling no type of way if I got the super soldier serum and we boys. We went to the same high school. We was in the same branch of the military. We were. Mind you, you've been in way longer than I have. Because that was the other thing Cinematic Rants didn't know. He didn't know that Claire Benet, him, Lamar Hoskins, he didn't know that was an E9. That's our imagery. That's our representation. Where's the loyalty from the Black social media influencer to keep people educated about that character? So that somebody like this can't speak like that. Because he's giving John all the glory, all the praise. Amen? Yeah, that's what he's doing. Anybody besides me, because you can go watch it if you got it. Anybody besides me remember how Lamar's sister was looking at John? Like, I can't stand you. I know you lying. I'm disgusted to have you in my home. And if I could do you myself, I would. Go look back at it. Go look. His sister didn't wasn't buying out a damn thing John had to say. You know how blissfully unaware you got to be to not even notice that? To want to do a video where John Walker is the hero in your video. So we wasn't, even though we watching the same damn show, you not picking this up. How? You got friends. You're a friend. You would treat your friends like this? Is it you would treat your friends like this, or you just gonna say this? Because there's no way in the hell you watch that damn show and come away with any good feeling about John Walker. None. Unless you didn't see anything wrong with his interaction with Lamar Hoskins. That's it. That's the only way you don't have a problem with John's attitude. Hey, it is what it is, though. Kamoyo says, I saw the show. John was a murderer. I think he lied about how Lamar died and to his family. How Cinematic Ranch didn't know that? What? When did he check out? Did he miss that part? Was he using the restroom, getting him something to eat when John walked in Lamar's house? Like, I'm trying to figure out where he was, because I know I saw it. And if he's Cinematic Ranch, he probably watching that show more than I have. Like, it should be committed to memory. So what John, no, you know what John lied about. What you told me was you're okay with it. You told me you were okay with it, because if you weren't, you take the video down. But it's quite a few videos out there wanting to paint John Walker as a sympathetic anti-hero. At whose cost? That's that whole imagery, representation, love, and loyalty thing I'll be talking about. They want to put him up on a pedestal, right? At whose expense? Because it ain't at the expense of the Black Widow. It ain't at the expense of the White Widow. At whose expense? You're a comic book fan. That wasn't Lamar that got deleted. That was John's family. John is getting elevated at whose expense? You either care or you don't. Now, I would like to think that if you know the history of these characters, you threw a flag on the play because you resemble one of the characters and you had not a damn thing to do with the Thunderbolts. I would like to think that. I would like to think the fact that you got folks acting like Sam Wilson can't get a woman, broke as a damn joke, and can't fight. You like to think, because that's our representation. That's our imagery. You like to think we would look at that and say, hell no, this ain't got nothing to do with us. You're not going to put us on screen like that, but we do. Not only do we put us up on screen like that, we pay for it. Not only do we pay for it, we advertise for it. Not only do we advertise for it, but we didn't, how can I put this? We disparage the woke brothers and sisters that call a flag on the play. That's what we do. So I just, this is, I said 2025 was going to be it's the year of revelations, right? I said that. Y'all been rocking with me like I've been rocking with you. I said 2025, the year of revelation. Well, this is what they think about you. This is what they think about you. Snoop told you how he thought about you. Yeah, we finding it out now. Black jobs, black jobs. But in 2018, I'm sorry, 2020, there was one black job we weren't qualified for. I'm gonna keep up with these notes. I ain't come here for that. Ronnie J, Professor Film Fan in the building. Maxine Shaw attorney. What's going on, Miss Maxine? Got me like that, saying this. Y'all. Maxine was her though. Maxine was her. I ain't finna act like that. Moving right along though. Imperial. Go get that. That's a nice whodunit. That's a nice whodunit. 52 pages long. Don't read like it. It don't. It's some easy read. 52 pages long. A murder mystery. That's some good read. That's some good read. Got quite a few intergalactic empires involved in everything. Got the Kree, got the Skrull, got Peter Quill dad involved in everything like that. Like, yeah. And the obvious thing is the obvious thing. It's two main players. We don't know who they are. But that was a damn good issue one. Yeah. I'm saying damn good because I'm like, folks being deleted. You get to see Bruce. Bruce is Bruce. I ain't seen this Bruce before. You mean the Bruce that go from being calm? No, I'm gonna Hulk out now. You don't need to be mad. Mm-mm. And when you gonna be, and you calm and yeah. Got to see the She-Hulk. Got to see an Amadeus Cho. Listen, Marvel Legends, we need another Amadeus Cho action figure. That's not him. You got him big and bulky and everything, and they didn't modify that dude. That ain't what that is no more. So you gotta do something about that. You gotta do something about that. We need us another She-Hulk. Oh man. But get that. If you have not got Imperial, go get that. We will be dropping the comic book review tomorrow. It is a good read. It is a good read. Green Lantern, absolute Green Lantern. Look, Al Ewing is making it do what it do. And I don't believe in issue 3, things are as they appear to be. Bars. Say, Theo, what you mean? Well, I don't want to give it away if you haven't read issue 3 yet. Something transpires in issue 3, and it's enough to make you sit back and go. But I don't think that's what it was, though. I don't think that's what it was. I think they threw us a curveball in issue 3. So issue 3 is pretty good. Go get that and everything like that. We find out, because I know some of us felt some type of way. Issue 1, Joe's relationship status. Joe's relationship status is pretty much Joe's relationship status in the real world. There you go. In essence, no, it was not her and Guy. There you go. Right. What else we got going on? What else? What's the other issue? There was another comic book that was out there that I did cover. Oh, Storm. A writer asked for the to be given to issue 3. That's what Christopher Priest said. I did a live earlier today. Y'all heard me mention it. I'm going to mention it again. We were reviewing Storm, right? And there was this part in issue 3, right? But the writer, and I think there's something to be said about a writer that interacts with people. The writer that's going to interact with you, regardless of whether you agree or disagree with what the writer is doing, deserves the respect you would want somebody to give to you. Speak to him, her, the way you would want somebody to speak to you, whether you agree with what they're doing or not. I reviewed issue 3, and I was critical of that part, one part. But in being critical of that one part, I was also able to compartmentalize and look at everything else. Because while quite a few of us pointed to that one part, we didn't give that same energy to Jeremiah Drum. And Jeremiah Drum was in that issue. And Jeremiah Drum doesn't show up a lot. He doesn't. But this writer, who's from Africa, right, who's unfamiliar with American customs, gave you that character. That's a character, by and large, we've been talking about. We talk about Black representation. That was after giving us Joanna Cargill, Frenzy, in the very first issue. Yes, she was showing up over there in X Factor and everything like that, but for no reason whatsoever, this brother put 2 Black characters in a comic book where the main protagonist is Black. Characters you really ain't seeing like that. Then he does Maggot. I know some of us feel how we want to feel about Maggot. That's a Black superhero. I don't give a damn. Popped him up. He didn't just bring Maggot in. Inexplicably, for no reason whatsoever, he amped Maggot, elevated, boosted Maggot to Omega level status. Who was thinking about boosting Maggot? I can be critical, but if I can be critical, I can be complimentary. And I'm sitting, oh Lord, we tearing up stuff. we tearing up stuff. My bad. Oh, I gotta stop hitting the table like that. I'm sitting up here looking, I'm like, I got it. You put T'Challa in there and everything like that, but didn't folks ask for T'Challa to be in there? We wanted to, okay, well, we might not have been in there the way we wanted to, but there's nothing negative He ain't put nothing negative in the book regarding T'Challa. He ain't. If we're upset, it's that one part of issue 3. But if you look at the series by and large, this is a Storm comic book. Forget how we feel about T'Challa for a second, that we want her T'Challa to make up and everything like that. Compartmentalize. The writing ain't bad. The writing ain't bad. He brought in Shango. Tell me when you got Shango. If I ain't know any better, you Africa damn near disappears from conversation unless we talking about Wakanda, and we see how they treat Wakanda over there in Marvel. He Shango. Okay, and then there's an Aboriginal storm god. I didn't even know that. I was this old. So you give me 2 black storm gods. Oh Lord Jesus. And then Aurora's a herald. How long has she been around? Is she a herald? And then in this issue, did y'all see the picture? Hold on. Did y'all see the picture? Oh, let me see if I can go off memory. Issue 8. He ain't got to do this. We ain't asking him to. He ain't got to do this. He don't. Issue 8. Jeremiah Drum is in it. Gentle is in it. And you remember what I said about Gentle's powers? That didn't even come up. Gentle's in it. Maggot's in it. John Firestar's in it, right? Firestar, Firebone's widow. But I ain't talking. Callisto's in it. But I ain't. Iska. Iska, the unbeaten, is sitting right there. You know who else is in the comic book? Issue 8, Adam Brashear. This dude, if you gonna be mad, and I'm not telling you not to be mad, I'm just saying equal energy. If you gonna be 38 hot, still mad about that situation in issue 3, and you can, then damn it, you got to give it up to him. You got to give it up to him. That's why I say that right there. Look, okay. I can't act like I didn't see that. I saw it. Adam Brashear, then it ain't really a fight. You know how folks was talking about how, oh man, they got T'Challa taking L's. The FBI sent demons from Limbo to Aurora's sanctuary. And as soon as they showed up, they took an L. The fight ain't even on screen. It's off panel. If I can criticize you, I can give you compliments too. And damn it, I'm loving the love. Can I say that? I'm loving the love. I'm loving the love. I'm loving the love. I'm almost of the mindset. Now this, I know, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm apologizing for this right now. I am. I'm sorry. Some of us might be looking forward to T'Challa popping up at some point in time. I just want to know who he gonna have showing up next issue. I just want to know who's showing up next. Iska? You mean to tell me one of them non-viable black mutants that what the boy name? What the boy name? What the boy name? Yeah, I'm saying it like that for a reason. What the boy name? Brevoort? Tom, yeah. So I would suggest, I get it. You might not, you feel how you want to feel. I would go get issue 8. Iska. What Iska? It's been damn near a year. I Daily made a mistake with Storm 3. I don't think it was malicious, just mistaken. Fact. But Priest is being downright disrespectful to Storm with his MK story. He deserves all the smoke. Listen. And I can't tell you that you're wrong. And the reason why I can't tell you that you're wrong, because I know damn good and well he know that ain't the story Black Panther fans wanted. And that's what I'm looking at. I'm like, you not dumb. You're not dumb. You're very intelligent. And I'm believing your eyes work because you wrote this story. So you see stuff. I don't know how in God's green earth somebody with everything out there right now about Black Panther, T'Challa. I don't know how in the hell this. I don't know. I read the article. There's an article out there. There's an article out there in regards to him, and I will put it. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, wait. Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to see how I can do this. There's an article out there, and I'm sitting up here like, I said it today. I'm gonna say it again. That's some loud. That's some loud. Because I don't know how you make sense of this. I don't know how you, with everything that's been said since the actor passed away. They said he had. I don't know how. I don't. I don't. I'm trying, and I'm like, it would be all. Here we go. I'm Theo. It's about 2 years ago. Will Smith just slapped the taste out of Chris Rock. Somebody come offer me an acting gig. Say, hey, Theo, you gonna be in a movie with Will Smith. All right, okay. What I'm doing? You gonna defend his position for slapping the hell out of Chris Rock. That's the first role I'm gonna take. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm aware of what's going on. I'm aware of the controversy that's going on. Is that the first thing I want to hate? No, it's not. No, it's not. So you, Christopher Priest, this folks around here celebrating Black Panther omnibuses. I don't even know how to do that. How you don't know? You got to be tone deaf. You got to be completely and utterly tone deaf to do some stuff like that. Because here we go. It's 12 of us in here. 12 of us in here. Okay. Y'all tell me which one of y'all want T'Challa gone bye-bye. Because I ain't spoke to a Black Panther fan yet that want T'Challa gone. So I'm trying to figure out, my guy, what are we doing? Like, my bro, what's good? Who did you talk to? Here we go. That's a better question. Who did Christopher Priest talk to that said they wanted a Black Panther comic book without T'Challa? That's $6, by the way. It's $6. $6. Who want that comic book? The world to come. You don't even feel comfortable putting Black Panther on the title, do you? You got to say the world to come. If that's the world to come, it's gonna be an awfully bleak world. And then, okay, Black folks can't have nothing to themselves. I'm sorry. Everybody got something unto themselves that they don't share with the rest of the world. Black folks can't get Africa, can't get the fictional country Wakanda. We can't get black children before you. We can't even get T'Challa and Aurora to have real children in the 616. Brother, you'd have thought that would have been something you were chomping at. The first child you give us of T'Challa is a future story. You know what? No, this is an Elseworlds title. This is no different than Benjamin Percy's trash. And that's exactly how I'm finna look at it. It's not canon. And I'm going to stop acknowledging Ish as canon. As a matter of fact, here we go. Since I am a member of the Black Panther Council, a member of the Black Panther fan group, folks have been asking for this for quite some time now. In the spirit of writing, what I had chosen to do is say, hey, no, you got to honor the writer. Well, as it stands right now, since this is what we want to keep doing, as far as I'm concerned, your run isn't canon, and neither is John Ridley's. Your run isn't canon. This right here, it's not canon to Black Panther mythos. And at some point in time, as God is my witness, I'll make it to the point where at Marvel, they don't acknowledge what you just did. God is my witness. That will be the prayer I pray for tonight. Praying for CB Cebulski not to be there no more. Praying for Tom Brevoort not to be there no more. Praying so that I have the Rock With Me Nation, Black Panther fans, more importantly, have it so that they can say your run and John Ridley's run aren't canon to Black Panther mythos. Folks been wanting that for a minute. Folks been wanting that for a minute. I was struggling because I'm trying to figure out how black men are complicit. Because I'm a black man that loves black people. I'm trying to figure out how somebody non-black got black men to be this damn malicious with a black character. I ain't got the answer yet. It's for y'all. For y'all. Two of you are in interracial relationship. One of you, I bet not ever see. Because that article in Esquire magazine means it's on site. As a representative of the black people, you got to answer for that. You got to have a conversation. You got to sit down and explain to another brother how you felt justified to go over to a white man's magazine and talk about brothers and sisters like that. You know who you are. Your run ain't canon. And since we rewrite history all the damn time in comic books, that's easy. That's easy. All we got to do is not acknowledge it. And it's been quite a few people chomping at the bit to not acknowledge them stories. So you're a black man. You don't take it, you don't take us seriously as a black fan group. That's fine. You got other comic books out there. You do. Clearly, you've been doing a good job with them. Absolutely. This one over here, The World to Come, if that's your idea of the world to come, Joe Quesada and Christopher Priest, y'all can keep it. If that's your idea of the world to come, that's not a world I'm going to purchase. That's not a world I care to be bothered with. That's not a world that I would ever have a conversation with my children about. That's not a world I would ever fix to talk to the kids in the community that I live in about. As far as I'm concerned, I will take your comic book, rip it up, if not wipe my ass with it and throw it in trash. I would never take trash from this comic book series, nor the one that Jonathan Ridley wrote, and give it to black children. I can't teach them anything based on those. I can't teach them kids how to see value in themselves. I can't teach them kids that they worth something based on your writings. And both of y'all are black men. Yes, I'm calling it for what it is. I know what you did with everybody else, but how come you can do Batman, Superman right, but you take a shit on T'Challa? I hear folks want to praise you because you wrote this person. Damn it, you ain't got no choice but to write the character that don't look like you, right? You don't have a choice. You don't have an option. You don't. You're going to fall in line. I wish you would. You better not say anything wrong, despicable about that character, because you know who's going to tend to your ass. And that's who you scared of. I can tell, because you're not going to write the characters like that. Well, on behalf of the Black fan base, we got a voice. We got representation, and we ain't got to settle. Can't tell me I dislike you. I've customized characters based on your creations. Almost like I care more about your creations more than you do. Support Black indies. That's where we at. But now let me say this. Folks say support Black indies. We keep saying that. I like that. As it stands right now, the only Black independent publisher that's sending comic books to a comic reviewer's way is Concrete Comics. What is my brother Daryl doing on behalf of that? He's reviewing the comic books. Who's watching the comic book reviews? That's a fair question. That's a fair question. And I understand. Well, if you can buy this comic book over here, you can buy that comic book over there. Oh, don't make assumptions we always buying though. Oh, no, we're not. We're not always buying. We're not. But if we're talking about always buying, watch this, because this is part of the show. Stands. Stands. Let me get to this part right here. Stands, because I like this right here. This is a nice little segue right here. This is a nice little segue right here. The benefit of the doubt. How does a writer earn it from fandom? More to the point. How do you become a stand? What do stands do? What do stands do? They don't see nothing wrong. Stands support either someone or something unconditionally. They're not gonna say nothing wrong about it. They not. And you can tell the stands getting paid. You can. Me and Darryl not getting paid. You can tell the stands getting paid. They look nice? Okay, well, we working hand in hand. We supposed to be psyched. We supposed to be building one another up and everything like that. Okay. Okay. Well, how we build each other up? Word of mouth. Word of mouth. I can't tell you I've turned down. We say support Black indie comics. We keep saying that, but I don't want to preach into the choir. Creed sit right there. Michael B. Jordan wrote that. And Juju sent me a comic that I was reading. It wasn't no big one. It wasn't nobody from the big two, no big three. It wasn't. It wasn't. Daryl sitting up there right now. Concrete Comics sending him some stuff. Okay, well, I get it. We want to support indie comics. I do too. I do too. What do we think would happen if I had the comic book in my hand, the independent Black superhero? What we think I'm doing with it? Because mind you, me and Daryl had Mr. Tony Cottrell on the show, and we weren't just looking at the paperwork when it comes to supporting indie comics. I know damn good and well I asked the question. Where the action figures at? It's last year. I'm last year looking. I've been looking for the Tuskegee Airmen action figures for I don't know how damn long. And I ain't talking about the real Tuskegee Airmen, even though that would be nice. No, I'm talking about based on the comic book, where they at. But then again, I've talked about where's our Black action figure company at. And clearly all I'm doing is just talking. Because ain't nobody said move yet. But hey. So I want to get in on it. I want to get in on it, but it ain't just I want to get in on it. We should want to get in on it together. If I got 5, 6 independent comics, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Can't cut out the parts you don't like. What we talking about? Take Aaron's run too. I'll sacrifice, see Wakanda and die for the sake of getting rid of that whack ass divorce crap. Yeah, I ain't doing that. He's counting on the controversy to sell books. He got it. I'm good. I'm good. He said Jason Aaron's run too. I'll sacrifice, see Wakanda and die for the sake of getting rid. Did they get divorced in that? That was in Avengers versus X-Men, wasn't it? Stop begging white marble. We the problem. Preach the price tag bothers me the most. $6 for the garbage. Yep. Thank you. T'Challa's the most disrespect. Yep. I'm just saying. Everybody got to work together. Everybody got to work together. And the thing is when we say stuff like that, the Pope of Comics, like I said, Daryl is working with an independent writer, right? A black independent comic writer right now. I've worked with him in the past. We didn't have him on the show in the past, our Friday night vibes and everything. And we talk about stuff growing in the culture. Okay, well, there needs to be some synergy between the black independent writer and the black reviewer. We're their mouthpiece. We're their mouthpiece. We would be the ones to take what they got and give it to the mass. Hey, man, you go get that. That synergy needs to be there. That synergy is there with Comics Explained. That synergy is there with Comic Book Historian. That synergy is there with Ernie Blurred Without Fear, and that's a blurred. Okay, well, when do we, what we waiting on? Because comic book reviews been happening for a minute now. And I'm not going to sit up here and say, no, I won't review it. What I will say is this, but I understand it's difficult, so I will work with it. I prefer digital copies. Why? Because having to sit up in your chair, stand up over a table, get the perfect lighting so you could take a picture and upload it to the video, that's time consuming. That's time consuming. A digital copy though, oh, we go straight through that. So let me say it like this. Any black independent comic book writer, you want me to read your stuff, you want me to review your stuff, I don't have no problem. I got to get it though. I got to get it. I got to get it. I got to know it's out there. If I don't know it's out there, I ain't got it, I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing. And I've shown I'll do something with it. I'll do something with it. I don't, like I said, they don't know. When you say black comic book fans, well, first of all, that's but we don't like reading like that. Okay, well, the black comic book fan is doing one of two things: either walking into the store or they ordering online. Either going into the store and they ordering online. Okay, I got the black comic book writer, because mind you, the big two, they got preview comics coming out. They got preview comics coming out free. You pick them up, see what they got coming out and everything like that. The black independent comic writer ain't got it like that. But who do you have? Quite a few social media influencers out here that read comic books that need content. Quite a few social media influencers out here that are black need content. Okay, well, that's your commercial. That's your commercial. That's your endorser. And you, to a degree, you ain't paying them. You just giving them a comic book. They gonna read your comic book. They gonna regurgitate your comic book. They gonna take pictures out the comic book. They gonna talk about the writer. They gonna talk about the artist. They gonna share the video, TikTok, Instagram, what's the other one? Threads, Blue Sky, LinkedIn, Facebook, all over the place. But there's got to be some synergy. There's got to be some synergy. And like I said, my brother Darren got it, and I'm happy with that. Concrete Comics hitting it up. But we got to watch the video. Because if we don't watch the video, then even though Concrete Comics has given him the comic book to review, to push out there and everything like that, it don't look right if we not watching. Be real with D Real. Concrete Comics. What else we talking about? Be real with D Real. Concrete Comics. Me saying that, you asking for Black independent comics, his subscription numbers should go through the roof. Because where else you getting Concrete Comics from? Here we go. Hold on. Let me do it like this. Hold on. let me do it like this. I don't like asking stupid questions. Not when I got a smart device in my hand. Hold on. He said, Theo, what you looking for? I'm trying to see something. Okay. I got Concrete Comics, season 2, episode 2, 2025. Interview, Black publisher, Concrete Comics, Spoiler Kings. I see that right there. That was a month ago. Daryl, Concrete Comics presents The Acolyte, issue 2. That was 11 days ago. Flash by Night Comics, Acolyte, issue 1 from comic 2 months ago. Let me see. Absolver revealed a comic journey. What we're reading with at Concrete Comics. That's Midnight Comics, but that's 2 years ago. Concrete Comics presents The Acolyte, issue 1, 3 weeks ago. So, mind you, I'm on YouTube. I'm on YouTube searching for Concrete Comics. We all on YouTube. And when I say we all on YouTube, I'm talking about us as casual people. We all on YouTube. Okay, well, let me see here. Artist Spotlight, issue 18. Jermel Lessie presents Absolver, Concrete Comics. That's 2 years ago. Concrete Comics, Acolyte, issue 3 is hands down the best comic of 2021. 3 years ago. That ain't gonna work. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. That's a recipe for disaster. Independent comic book writers need to be working hand in hand with independent comic book reviewers. And us reviewers need to understand we're stands. What does that mean? That means we're not going to be critical. we're not going to be critical. Not like what I'm doing with some other stuff. Oh no, we gonna glaze them just like Marvel get glazed. We would glaze them just like DC get glazed. We would have nothing bad to say about, but we got to get the stuff. But that's only 2 parts of it. They get it to us, we review it. You got to watch the reviews and buy the comic. See what I just said? You got to watch the reviews, thus elevating the comic book reviewer that's reviewing the Black independent comic book. You got to watch that person and elevate that person to the same level that Comic Book Explained that is elevated to, Comic Book Historian is elevated to. Why? Because that's more eyes on the product. It's more eyes on the product. So we got to get out this crabs in the barrel mentality where we don't want to work together. We're no. We all got a job to do. We all got a job to do. You write the comic, you draw the comic. I read the comic, I review the comic, I push the comic. Watch the review, buy the comic. See how that go? Leave a comment, hit that like button, share it. We all play a part. But until we start playing it, we try and figure out, do what we want to damn do. But the recipe for success, they literally wrote the book. So, like I said, I'm big on Black imagery. I am, and I don't want anybody thinking that I would not support. But oh no! I give it to me. Let me get it. Let me get it in my hand. let me get it in my hand, and I'm probably gonna be you. Man, listen. Sounds elitist. There are places independent comics just don't reach, with the exception of Harriet Tubman. I had to order them. Yep. My LCS in Anchorage, Alaska has little to no black. Yeah. And he does have Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer. He does it. He got Philadelphia. He does it. I know. He got me started with Harriet Tubman. He got me started with Philadelphia. Theo, why don't you review it? Because I sit up there and watch what Daryl be doing. Daryl be putting the reviews out there and don't nobody watch. There's no way in hell the writer got friends. The artist got friends. Our friends are supposed to help elevate us. Theo, what you saying? I got a book. My friends want me to succeed. But I understand it ain't just about me. My friends gonna come with me. Well, my friends gonna be just as hungry as me, and they gonna make sure this book get out there. We all got a job to do. You got the fan that want to see me succeed. Well, the fan got to buy the book. You want me to write? You want me to write more stories like this? Well, I can't become comfortable based off this one book. No, what I need to do is watch this. Pay attention to the message boards. See what my fans are saying in regards to the characters in this book, and give them what they want, so that the books can keep coming out. My friends can keep money flowing in their pockets, and readers get stories that make them feel good. Until we start doing that, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. We gotta be strong enough to walk away from Marvel. We ain't there yet. It's T'Challa or nothing with most of us. They got us right where they want us. I can't say that. I can't say they got us right where they want us, because they losing money. You ain't got me right where I want you when you need me to make money. You ain't got me where you want me at. I got you where I want you at. See, they wrote this book. And if we know the comic book industry, the book was already there. But that don't necessarily mean that book gonna do well. They already had to pay the writer. You didn't have to pay the writer. You didn't have to pay the artist. You didn't have to pay all the costs to get the book out there and everything. It don't mean you're gonna get it back. And you're not. What we need to do, to your point, is we do need to stand up for our characters. Now, I will say that. And I understand the holding the flag for Black independent comics. That's a two-way street. That's a two-way street. Me and Daryl work together. Like I said, Concrete Comics is who's working with him. That's a Black independent comic book writer. But I know damn good and well you ain't just talking about Concrete Comics. You talking about all of them. Well, we've interacted with Tony Cottrell. We have. We get his stuff. We'll put it out too. But that's just two. That's two. That's two. That's two. And we've had Rodney Barnes on the show. So that ain't it. We've had Rodney Barnes on the show, Philadelphia. So it's got to be one of them things. Everybody got a part to play. And if everybody ain't playing their part, you can't be surprised by that L. You just got to take it. Take it, hold it. Yeah, we do cover more than just T'Challa. I don't know where that comes from. That mindset comes from because the playlist sit right there. Playlist sit right there. So it's one of them things where my work, my brother's work, it speaks for itself. Some folks want you to do more. Well, you got to do more too, and you got to meet my more. So that's where I look at it. But absolute Green Lantern, go get that. Go get that. Go get that. Go cop that. Go enjoy that. The world to come. Storm issue 9. He making it do what it gonna do and everything like that. We'll cover it more when I actually do the comic book review, but it's not a bad read. Imperial 1, great mystery. Like I said, great mystery. I was picking it up. I was there with it. I was there with it. So that's about it. We do the Q&A real quick. I understand. We want to, we want to do what we want to do and everything like that. But hey, everybody got to work together. Everybody got to work together. Everybody got to work together. Like I said, Daryl is working with Concrete Comics. That's it. Daryl is working with Concrete Comics. Concrete Comics is working with Daryl. See how that go? See how that we out here. Concrete Comics is where had a conversation. Hey, would you? Yes, I'd love to. See how that go? One content creator, one independent. That's what we got. Where everybody else at? Don't know. That said, listen, we out. We are out. I came in here for a good time, not to be confused with a long time and everything like that. Hold the fort. Hold the fort. Hold the fort. Hold the fort. We got Black Panther at the house. We got Wakanda at the house. We got black superheroes at the house. Marvel, DC. My brother Daryl got some independent black superheroes at the house. That's what we do. That's what we do. So I ain't gonna hold y'all. We finna get on up out of here. It is 9:34. It is 9:34. Today is Wednesday. Listen, as Grace said, you get the representation you settle for. That's what that is. I don't necessarily get upset anymore about certain things because I have my kingdom in my home. I got the black superheroes. I don't really need it like that. Now, would I love to have superheroes from black independent comics? Yes, I absolutely would. But how do we get there though? Where's our black action figure company? And I don't want to hear from a black person, it can't be done. Too many black people buy action figures. Too many people buy black action figures. So it can be done. I'm trying to figure out, as long as the action figure industry been around, why we not getting none of that? Why we don't want that change? When we think about how many hairstyles we have in our culture, you're a black action figure collector. You understand the significance of head sculpts, unmasked. What we doing? What are we doing? When you understand as an action figure collector, body sculpts and how they move the industry, distinctive body sculpts, and then you think about how our women are shaped. Why don't we have our own? Kind of like what you've been saying, right? Have our own. Why don't we have our own? Imagine bringing brothers and sisters in on a daily basis, just taking pictures of head sculpts. Just taking pictures. Putting out action figures with the various body sculpts that God has blessed us with. Daryl and I talked about that 3 years ago. 4 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. and it's still waiting on us to take advantage of it. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Listen, I'm out. What to say? Come on, yeah. We got it at the house. I'm not tripping on nothing. I promise you. I promise you I got it at the house. I wish you can do what the world to come, but I got Casper at the house. I've been had Casper at the house. I ain't need none of that. Hunter too. So we ain't doing that. That said, we out. Thank y'all so much. Y'all be blessed. And remember what we standing up for. Remember what we standing up for. And remember the imagery you get is the imagery you settle for. That's what it is. That said, until meantime, in between time, make sure you got your notifications on. If you have not hit that notification button, the share button, the subscribe button, hit that. We limping. We limping to 1,300. Hit that button. My brother Daryl will be coming to you with a live tomorrow night. Grand Madam Tarot had a reading today. Look here, y'all. Joseph Illich is going to be on the show. Yeah. What's the day? June? Yeah. Joseph Illich will be a guest on Friday night. Joseph Illich, Shadow Cabinet. Got new Spawn book coming out. Yeah. Joseph Illich will be the guest on Friday Night Vibes, June 20th. That's key, because the comic book come out June 18th. June 18th, June 20th. Wednesday, Friday, Wednesday. We gonna get the comic book. We're gonna read it. We're gonna review it. Put the video out. Take a day break. Come back next day. Sit down. Have some good times with the writer. Make sure you got your notifications on. Make sure you got your notifications on. That said, in memory of the late great Don Cornelius and Chadwick Boseman. Until next time, we ain't got to agree. We can agree to disagree. I still wish each and every last one of you love, peace, and soul. We out.